Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing, y'all? This is Gerald. Welcome to my channel. It is Friday, the 14th of June, 2013. I want to first say congratulations to those parents that ushered their babies off on the first day of school, and now this week, for a lot of you, it is coming to a close. Congratulations. First and foremost, congratulations. Also, I want to give a shout out to those who carry the title of father. Your babies need you. Keep representing. All right. I'm I'm actually multitasking. I didn't feel like cooking. I love to cook, by the way, but I wanted something light, so threw some French fries in there. Got the kielbasa going, so I gotta keep my nose working, so I don't burn up nothing. Cause I'm chilling today. It's a beautiful day. Today was the weather acted right, mid 70s, light breeze, but you know the weather's kind of up and down because we had a storm front come through yesterday, and I've got a feeling that she's not done. So I'm just chilling today. Just me and Tyson. He's laying on her. He's finally tuckered out. So that's a good sign. I swear he's the son I never had. So he gets all my attention, all my love, and you know I thank God every day that he is in my life because I learn from him as well. He teaches me how to be patient. But I wanted to change the perimeter, and I wanted to talk about something that we don't talk about when it comes to who we are as people. What I want to talk about is when you go through setbacks and disappointments, and how that may take a toll on your mind, your body, and your whole environment. What I want to do is talk about is depression. That word, depression. See, I know that either you know someone or you may have gone through it yourself, or you may have had situations that may have sparked disappointment. Depending on how much emotion was connected to it, it could have been actually earth-shattering. The proverbial turn your world upside down effect. When you can't eat or you can't sleep, I want to talk about that word, depression. See, I know in the African American community, that is one of those words that are, talk about something else, talk about something else. Because, see, it takes some strength and compassion to tackle a subject such as this. But see, I believe that each and every one of you, I know I'm talking to somebody right now, you need some of this. So I'm going to give you some compassion. I'm going to throw some spiritual love your way. Because you deserve it. And it's time for a change. Now, for those who may have experienced disappointment, may it be to an expectation, may have been something that you may have been very passionate about, and for some reason it did not come into fruition. Or it did, and it just didn't give you the result that you wanted. Notice I said want. It may have left you in a state that you didn't know your perception had been turned inside out. And you may be feeling that you are alone. I want to let you know something right now, right off the bat. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Yes, you. You are never alone. You're never alone. See, I've come to learn, because I've had my setbacks too. I'm human. I can speak on mine. See, the one thing that I've noticed that is more sobering to a person's walk or their journey is pain. Because pain puts things in perspective, especially when there comes to a loss. However, there is a blessing on the backside of that. But before you can get to that blessing, you must heal. But before you can even attempt to heal, you must address the situation. You know that proverbial saying called the pink elephant in the room? You know, there's something awkward. You know it don't feel right, but everybody ignores it, thinking it'll just go away. That's called denial. And you're not supposed to spend not 1 second of your life in that position. See, I heard something yesterday that it moved me so much that if I didn't have other obligations, I would have shot a video out there, because I believe people need to know. See, when you go through a traumatic loss and you don't allow yourself time to grieve about it, you will pick up a position, you will go into a mode of like autopilot, and you will compartmentalize your emotions. Well, when you do that, what happens is those emotions that are not tended to, they will fester, and they will breed a toxicity in your spirit that will cause you to act out of who you are or out of your nature. Haven't you noticed how many times have you noticed this? You're minding your business. You could just walk into a store or something, and you got a question, and the person wants to bite your head off like you stole the last piece of chicken or something. Now, you can turn around and take that same negative energy and push it back, and you act out of your spiritual nature. Or you can take the high road and see what's really going on. See, when a person acts out of self, that is nothing but their way of saying, I need help. I'm in a place within my heart that I don't see any resolution, and I don't know how to go about it. I want to tell you something. See, God is there. He watched. You have angels around you all the time. You have spirit guides that are around you all the time. And they want nothing more than for you to be happy. But they cannot and they will not interfere in your path unless you ask for them in from a sincere heart. I know some of y'all are like, man, what are you talking about? Listen. Think back to some of the things that have manifested in your life and you couldn't figure out how. You finally got to a part, you moved past your ego and your pride, and you said, you know, it must have been a miracle. No, that was God. That was God's divine way of directing the angel or spirit guide to act in your benefit, and it may have brought someone in your life to help you in your time of need, or motivated you to be somewhere where you needed to be, and at that time your blessing came, even if you did not deserve it. Did you know that sometimes He will give you blessings even though you don't deserve it, just to see what you're going to do? You got to understand, we are spiritual beings first. So let me put the real talk where the real talk need to be. See, when you hold on to negative energy, eventually, just like a seed, like for example, you take, okay, here you go. Picture yourself out there cutting your grass, right? You're cutting your grass, and you normally have a bag of grass catcher, and you decide not to. And you just cutting that grass and it's mulching and it's cutting but then you got an area where you got your plants. But because of the fact that you press for time, you cutting it, you know. But some of the seedlings end up in your flower bed. Because those seedlings are cut does not mean they're not alive. And what happens? It takes root where it lands. That's the same thing that depression does. See, depression hits you with shock and awe. You don't see it coming when it comes. But when it takes control, when it gets inside you, you start to act out of your nature. You taking a position of the things that you truly would normally care about have no weight, and you more or less you take a role of living day by day. If you're in a position in your life where you are noticing that you are going to sleep, or you are waking up still as tired as you were before you went to sleep, it's time to let that baggage go. I'm saying this because, see, He already knows. But He cannot and will not act in your behalf until you ask Him to come into your life. You're probably wondering, you say, well, Joe, why are you so passionate on this? I'm going to tell you what. See, you guys are looking at a man for almost 15 years of his life. 15. I lost my smile. I lost it. And every time people would come around me, they were, so why are you so serious? But to me, I didn't know. Because see, at one time, I used to be Sergeant Davis in the Air Force. And one of my responsibilities when I wasn't traveling, deploying, is I conducted military funerals. So it was very imperative that I keep my bearing at all times. That was a conditioning that I had to learn. However, I just never turned it off. But then I realized what was really going on, because see, there were some things within myself that I had not made peace with. So it's imperative that if you've had a bump in the road, if you've been knocked down, if you may have felt that you were betrayed or just sabotaged, like something's out to get you, let me tell you something. You got some bright skies and some sunshine coming your way. But you got to call on Him and ask Him to step into your life so He can heal you. You deserve it. We got a beautiful summer coming on. It's going to be nice. I don't know about y'all, but it's going to be hot. But then again, you know what's going to happen, right? The mosquitoes are coming back. But anyway, it is what it is. They're creatures. They got to do their job too. So, don't let them eat you up. But on a serious note, do not waste 1 second, 1 precious second of your life not being happy. You know, when someone once told me, every time a person smiles, the rays of the sun get stronger. So if it's a hot, hot day, that means the world's smiling. I just hope that you're one of them. I really believe that this summer is going to be nostalgic. It's going to take a lot of people back to their childhood when it was okay to feel like they were a child. Because your inner child wants to be released. It wants to have fun. It wants to embrace life and grow and discover. And you have every right to do so. So claim that. Because your blessings are coming. Now, let's get back to my point. If you feel that you are in a place where you cannot feel vulnerable, and I'm saying this to you in prequel, because in 14 years, Dr. Gerald Davis will be saying the same thing. Just a little bit longer hair. We got the pepper thing going. But still with the compassion. So I'm going to tell you this. If you feel that you have no way you can feel safe about yourself to express what's going on, seek the attention that you deserve. There are plenty of positions out there that are not going to be in your business, but they're going to help you get on your business. Because you deserve to be happy. You deserve it. Stop selling yourself short. Now, somebody may be saying, well, Joe, you don't understand what I'm going through or what I've been through. My road has been hard. It's been hell. You know what? You probably have been through hell. But guess what? Love yourself more so you can heal to come out of it. You know, as I always say, you never allow somebody or anything to take your smile away. It is your smile alone. There'll never be another one like it because it's yours. Let it shine. Let it shine. Control the things that you can control. Be the best person you can be authentically. Do not try to live someone else's life because it's someone else's life. You live your life to the fullest, safely, spiritually. Because when you have those two things together, guess what you got? You got balance. You got peace. And you've got a joy that will never be quenched. It'll be continuously overflowing. And I'm going to tell you what, there's nothing more sexier than a woman that has a glow about her spirit. And nothing more, you know women, you know what you like when men, hey, that's right. But you must know who you are and be willing to do the work. It is your legacy Don't sell yourself short. Please don't do that. You'll be doing such a disservice. And guess what? Your haters, they're shaking in your boots. They're shaking in their boots because they don't want you to. They want to keep you broke. Because if you're broken, what happens is you can't make sound decisions. And that gives them the upper hand. So don't do that. Don't do that, okay? To my dudes. Look here, fam. It's time that you represent. It's time to pull that seed out, pull that root out that spirit of yours, man. You shouldn't be walking around at 6 o'clock in the morning like somebody stole your $5 bill. Man, come on now. This is gonna be a great summer, and you need to be out there enjoying your life. Do not worry about the things you can't control. You be the man that you're destined to be, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what. Women find that very appealing when a man is sound and grounded. They do, because that will make them feel emotionally safe. And not someone that is unfit. You can't build a foundation off of something that's unsound. Come on now. So stop doing yourself wrong. Don't do that, man. Handle your business, because that's how respect is truly earned. You handle your business. Always put God first in your walk, man. You can't go wrong. You can't. But you got to love yourself, man. Love yourself first. I don't mean with ego. I don't mean with pride. And let me throw that out there too. See, when you allow your pride and ego to question the way you think, it alters what you do. But guess what? When you put your pride first, you end up doing things you end up regretting later on. And you can't get back time or actions. That's why it's very important. And listen to me when I say this. If somebody has wronged you and feels like a dagger in your spirit, you want that dagger gone? Forgive him. Forgive yourself. Sorrow's only for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. I wish there was a way that you could see your destiny. You would run to it. But you gotta believe in yourself and do the work. That's why it's always good to have friends. Because see, friends, they're gonna tell you the truth. A real friend is gonna tell you what you need to hear. They're not gonna exploit it. Because they want you to grow. So you should expect that. And like I told those ladies in the other video, if your environment doesn't help you grow, you gotta let it go. Or make a choice to stop altogether. You ain't going out like that. That means that all your haters were right. So don't do that. When's the last time you did something for yourself? When's the last time you touched their inner child and did something silly? When's the last time you just walked out in the grass and got your feet wet? Or sat under a tree? It's time to connect to yourself. When you start doing those things, the pains will go away. Real talk. Real talk. So, I know there's someone right now that are like, I've been here for a long time. Guess what? It's time for you to come out of that. All that was a spiritual storm. But look at it this way. You're going to survive if you've learned what you needed to learn. But if you play with yourself, not only will you go back into it, it'll be more intense. So do not do that. So, if you got a friend out there that has been going through some things, pray for them. Give them a call. Just check on them. You ain't got to be their parent. You ain't got to hold their hand. But give them some love. Give them some love. Let them know that you're there for them. But, just like your smile, it is yours. And they have to want to come out of whatever that may feel has them down. Ain't nothing but illusions, because the devil is nothing but a liar. I want you guys to have the best summer you can. But let it start by looking within yourself and loving yourself and validating your walk, okay? God's praying for you. You know I am. Stay blessed.